Hands on heads, eyes on me. 1, 2, 3. Welcome, Cubs and Lions, to our second last video lesson of preschool. All right, friends, I'm going to combine today's calendar and project. So dads, if you're watching this, you're gonna have to turn it over to some older siblings or to mom and go find something else to do, okay? Because this is kind of our Father's Day project. All right, so does anybody know what day it is today? Yesterday was Monday. What day comes after Monday? Let's check and find out. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's right, it's Tuesday. Good. And what month is it again? It's June. June. It's Tuesday, June. What? What comes after 8? Let's count to find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's right. It is Tuesday, June 9th. Excellent. Now, friends, Father's Day is not until next weekend, but that's okay. What you can do is work on your project, take some time, make it really super special, find just the right materials for it, and then it'll be ready. You'll have lots of time to work on it, okay? Now, this is our last week of school. This is our last class for the Cubs and the Lions. Lions, you will have another class on Friday, and that's kind of like your graduation project class. Cubs, you're so welcome to watch it if you want to. It will be a project that we will do together next year, okay? So keep that in mind. You don't have to feel like you have to do that project, okay? As that's something that we do every year at the end of the year, okay? So today's kind of the last day for the Cubs, so we're going to read a story. We are going to make our Father's Day presents, and then we'll say goodbye. I will see you in our Zoom meeting and see Cubs in our Zoom meeting today, Tuesday, and I will see Lions in our Zoom meeting tomorrow on Wednesday, okay? And then Thursday is the park day for the Cubs, and Friday will be our little graduation video for my Lions, and then Saturday is our drive-by graduation. Okay, I'm so excited to see you all this week. I can't wait to see you all and wish you the very best summer and all the best in kindergarten. You guys are going to be amazing. And Cubs, I can't wait to see you in September. Okay, so moving on, let's get started with our project. So again, dads, no peeking. You'll have to find somewhere else to be so that your Cubs and Lions can work on this project without you. Okay, now, Cubs and Lions, you need to find a rock. I don't know about you, but my kids and I, we love going and walking around and finding rocks. So go for a walk. When it's nice out, go for a walk. I know it's been a little bit blustery and rainy this weekend, but the sun's popping out and it seems like it might be a great time to go for a walk. Find some rocks. Find a rock about as big as your hand, and you could get ones that are a little bit smaller. Maybe find ones that sit nice and flat, or find ones with different shapes, different colors. Okay, I'm going to show you a couple of different options for this project. I'm going to show you one that my son made for me when he went to preschool, so you kind of have an idea of what you're getting yourselves into and what you will need for this project. So it is a rock, and it holds a photograph. So it's a little picture holder, okay, like this. Super cute, super easy. There's a few different options of things that you could do with this. He painted it. Okay, so you could paint it with whatever color you'd like, maybe your dad's favorite color. I was thinking you could write on it somewhere, maybe you could draw a heart or write, I love you, Dad, or maybe your mom or your older sibling could help you write, my dad rocks on it. And Dad can use it as a paperweight and a picture holder on his desk or in his man cave or in the garage or in the kitchen. I don't know, wherever they want to keep their pictures. So you'll need some rocks. You can just use just one. Like I said, I'm going to show you a few different options. So there was Isaac's for me. And you'd basically need a rock, some paint if you're going to paint it, like a Sharpie marker to write on it. He just had to write his name because they were painting it. And then some wire. And I think the wire is coming in the June supply bag that you should be getting this week. Okay, so there's lots of time. Find your rocks. Like we said, Father's Day is not until, knock everything over, not until this weekend, I think. So there's time for you to find your rocks, paint them, decorate them. Maybe you could Mod Podge some stickers or pictures on them and print out your favorite picture with you and your dad, okay, to go with your rock photo, okay? There you go. Maybe you could even make more than one. Or, as I'm going to show you, you could use multiple rocks, or you could use some things like beads to snazz it up a little bit, so it's a little bit fancier. So you will need some scissors or some little pliers, possibly for your wire. I'm just using this green floral wire. That's plenty enough, and it's got a little bit of a covering on it. Okay. And so I'm going to cut that. Okay. I am not going to paint my rock. I'm just going to kind of show you how to put it together. Okay. Because these rocks are just going to head back out to my garden, to my yard when I'm done. Unless I decide I really like it, and then I'll keep it and maybe use it for displaying some of my artwork, or from my kids, or from cards from you guys, or anything like that. So you're going to take your wire, and what he did was he wrapped it around, did a little twist on the bottom, and then brought it up together and twisted it together to make that little clippy kind of end to hold it, to hold the paper, or hold the picture, or whatever it is that you want to display. So with that in mind, you want a fairly long piece, maybe as long as your arm. That should give you lots, and you can always snip it shorter if you need to, or whatever length it is that you get in the craft supply stuff. So then what you're going to do is you're going to decide which is the flattest part, that part that's going to go on the bottom. Put your wire over the top of that, okay, and then underneath you're going to twist it and make a little X. Okay, and then bring it back up, and I feel like I did not make mine long enough. So what I'm going to do is just twist it, and instead of making an X, I'm just going to double wrap it, basically, and bring it back up nice and tight here, and then as tight as I can, and this is good for little fingers to work on and get really nice and strong. As tight as I can, I'm going to just twist it now. And we did some twisting with pipe cleaners and stuff this year, so if you remember how to do that, you're just going to twist, 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 and make kind of a little curly Q kind of thing. And mine, I didn't do a very good job of folding it perfectly in half, but it'll still work. Okay, just twisting it along, and then I can kind of tweak it to make it a little bit stronger, firmer to hold on to my picture. Okay, so you kind of see that one there. Next, I've got a couple of smooth kind of round stones. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to need to take a much longer piece of wire. But I thought what we could do, and there's lots of different options. If you have a hot glue gun and Mom is going to help you with that, that's fantastic. You could use a hot glue gun to glue these rocks together. And then you don't have to use the wire. You could hot glue gun the wire to stick out and create a little thing. I'm not going to use a hot glue gun right now just because maybe not everybody has it, and I'm just going to show you some different options for using these, using the wire. Okay, so what I'm going to do here now is I am going to wrap this around. Okay. It's going to be a little bit trickier if your rock is very smooth and round, I think. But what you're going to probably want to do is make a little hook. Okay, and wrap that around so it's almost like you tied it on to the bottom, around the bottom of that rock. Okay. And then wrap it around a few times. And then what I'm going to do, okay, so I wrapped it around a few times, and I'm going to take my next rock and wrap it around a few times to that rock. See how well this works out for me here. All right. Clearly, I love just winging it and making it work. I am not not always the most prepared and having perfectly ready to go projects. I kind of like to just test it out as we go and see, because sometimes you guys come up with some amazing, great ideas for making it different and making it better. Okay, and maybe sometimes I just do that too when I'm working on it. Okay, so I've wrapped up the next one. Now what I can do, I kind of used to be into like beading and jewelry and stuff, and so I have some random beads and things, and let's see what I've got here. Oh, these are kind of nice colors. They're kind of got a little bit of a purpley kind of sheen, and I think that they should fit through here. So we're going to see. As long as I don't explode them everywhere, we're going to just test it out and see how this goes. So I need just one or two and see that it will fit. They're very tiny. So this might be a, oh yeah, no, it'll work. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is I am going to, kind of like learning how to tie your shoes, we are going to wrap it kind of through. Oops, I lost that bead because it kind of fell down. So this is why I'm wrapping it around so that the bead stops. It doesn't go anywhere else. Okay, so I'm just going to push that wire kind of underneath all the other wires that were wrapped around in the other direction. 1 second. As I'm fighting with it here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to push that through and bring that nice and tight so that it's not going anywhere else. I might do that a time or two just to make it nice and sturdy. Okay, there. And now I have a little 2-rock tower that, depending on how it goes here, may get some little beads and things just to brighten it up, change it a little bit. And so what I'm going to do is throw the beads on. This might take quite a lot of beads, so it may not be okay. So now if you can see, I've got some beads. There's that one that kind of fell down. I'm going to stick it right underneath so I can't see. And I might have to add a little bit of hot glue under there just to steady it up a little bit. I have a bunch of other beads, so I might just add some different ones and just basically add those until it gets to about the height that I want, and then I'll make that little twisty thing to put the picture on. Okay? Okay, so I have just paused it so that you don't have to watch me put every single little tiny bead on. Now what I've done is I've made a little strand that has those beads on it and wrapped that around. You could use a pencil or just your fingertip and wrap it around and then trim off any extra. Or maybe, if you're feeling ambitious, you could have a little bit there and then make another little loop if it's long enough for you. Make another little tiny loop and kind of spread it out a bit. And you could even have one that holds two, whoop, one that even holds two pictures if you're able to make your, okay, if you can make your little thing long enough. You could also use a little bit of wire to wrap around down here and branch it out, maybe make it nice and tall. You can make it like a little tree. So there are lots of different options and ways and directions that you could take this. And if you have one of those cool little cameras that you can take, like those little Polaroids or the Instamax, I'm not sure, those instant pictures, they would probably work really well with this. So then you could use a little bit of beads, make it different, use some twine or something maybe to wrap around, I don't know, make it your own. And then on your rock, you could have written, "My dad rocks," or "I love you," something like that. Or you could paint the rocks, make them however you'd like. Okay, so I have a couple of different options here for you, and I hope that you have lots of fun being super creative and making some awesome Father's Day rock picture holders. All right, and I will be right back with a book. All right, sorry about that. I had my book just a little farther than I could reach. So, If You Give a Pig a Party, again by Laura Numeroff, illustrated by Felicia Bond. If you give a pig a party, she's going to ask for some balloons. When you give her the balloons, she'll want to decorate the house. When she's finished, she'll put on her favorite dress. Then she'll call all her friends and invite them to the party. Her friends won't be home, so you'll go with her to look for them. On the way, she'll see a street fair. She'll want you to take her on the bumper cars. All her friends will be there. Then you'll have to take her on all the rides. She'll want to play all the games too. When she's done, she'll ask you for some ice cream. When she's finished eating the ice cream, she'll need to change her clothes. You'll have to take her home. She'll ask her friends to come along. On the way, she'll start a game of hide and seek. Can you find them? I spy the cat, the moose, the pig, the mouse, the snake, the rabbit, the fox, and the dog. I hope I found them all. Can you see them too? When you finally get home, you'll have to make dinner. Then she'll want to have a sleepover. You'll have to find pajamas. And blankets and pillows for everyone. When she sees the pillows, she'll probably start a pillow fight! Woohoo! Then she'll make a fortress out of blankets. Of course, when she's finished, she'll want to decorate it. So she'll ask for some balloons. And chances are, if you give her some balloons, she's going to ask you for a party. All right, thanks for tuning in, Cubs and Lions. Cubs, this was a great last lesson for you. We read a story. We did our Father's Day project. I can't wait to see what you guys do for your projects. And dads, I wish you all a very, very happy Father's Day. And can't wait to see you in our Zoom meeting and at the park and in our drive-by graduation. Bye for now.